Welcome to the Home Loan Hub, your ultimate guide to mastering the world of home loans and property. I'm Zebunisso, here to simplify the complexities of real estate and provide you with expert insights and the latest trends. Whether you're a first home buyer, an experienced investor, or simply curious about the property market, this podcast is for you. Join me each week as we unlock the secrets to property success and help you make informed decisions. Let's dive into the world of property together. Hello and welcome, Dario. So good to have you on my show. Thank you so much for coming along today, my friend.
Good morning, Zebunisso. How are you doing?
Bien. Very, very good. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. Very happy to be here. This is a new experience for me.
I'm glad that we're doing something fun with you because we got to know each other not that long ago. Maybe about a year ago, I think.
Maybe
so.
less, yeah.
Yeah, and this is why you're here today, to share your story and to tell our listeners about, what they should be learning on the journey when they're buying their first home. So take it away, my friend. Tell us who you are and talk about your journey.
Right. My name is Dario. I'm originally from Argentina, came to New Zealand 12 years ago, and since I came, I'm always seen people buying houses, and I always dream having my own house. I'm by nature a gardener. That's a passion of mine, and I always wanted to have a garden that I don't have to let go when I finish a lease. A place where I could grow trees and have my vegetables and do my experiments, like garden experiments. So I tried for a few years unsuccessfully until I met Zebunisso.
Oh, hold on. Let's step back. So you've tried unsuccessfully before you met me to buy a house.
Yeah. So how was that? Maybe 5 years ago, I started seriously trying. Before it was just in the space of dreaming about it, but 5 years ago I started trying. I had some savings and I got together with my partner and we thought, okay, let's buy a house, and we got a mortgage broker. We're living in another neighborhood in Lower Hutt, Wellington, at that time, and we got another mortgage broker, and he. We did the whole process, and we just didn't get the loan. The bank wouldn't give us the money.
Why is that? Did they give you a reason? Do you remember the reason?
Yeah, basically our family income is of diverse nature. It's not the straightforward. We have two regular jobs with regular payouts, and that situation just got in the way. The fact that our income is of diverse nature,
non-conventional,
yeah. So the expenditure will be linked to our income, but if your income is not fully recognized by the bank as a secure and stable income, then you're in a problem because they are unsure that the money is coming in, but they see the money coming out and they go, well, that looks not as good for us. And we got rejected. So we tried to work out a few strategies. We even tried to work with the bank straight. We got rid of the mortgage broker and tried to work it out with the banks, but we couldn't do it. Sad to say that we couldn't do it. So at the end, we ended up renting in the Capiti Coast, and then the dream after the dip on the property market, the dream came back alive when we started seeing the prices going up, and we thought it has to be possible. So I asked around in the friends in the area, and somebody gave me your name,
And you put me through the grill.
I went and
I think
met
you were
Zebunisso.
the hardest client I had, Dario, to interview me.
Because I lost my faith in mortgage brokers. So I kind of went a little bit reluctant when you go to I had a feeling like, imagine that you're going to somebody to divinate your future, read your hand and look into the coffee to see. Like, I was really not a believer in mortgage brokers at that point.
You were not a believer at all.
Not a believer. But this friend told me, oh, go to Zebunisso, she's real good. And I'm like, yeah, mortgage brokers. And so I went and I kind of interview Zebunisso rather than telling.
Remember our first conversation? I think it lasted for over an hour. I don't think my conversations last that long without even closing the sale.
Yeah. I had a good feeling after that. I kind of ended up thinking, well, this might even be possible. Not sure how we're gonna do it, but it might be possible. And then Zebunisso, well, she was very responsive and reassuring, and the fact that I could just give her a call and she will just clear my anxiety away and give me feedback of, don't you worry, this is how we're going to do this is how we're going to do that, and I will go back into anxiety mode over and over, and she will tackle those anxieties one after the other. And
I love how you're talking about she like she's not in the room.
Oh yes, it's because I'm thinking in the
Dario,
people that is listening.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So Zebunisso, yeah, she was you were very responsive.
Thank you.
And that, I think, that kind of my hopes were kindled back, and then we found the right house, and I would say that you did more than what a mortgage broker would normally do, because I would even call you to go like, I'm thinking in offering this price. What do you think? And she will give me all her analysis rather than telling me do this or do that. She will help me do the analysis.
Well, she sounds like a good person.
She sounds it, and yeah, that was great. Even when I had like doubts about how to do things in terms of the paperwork that was on my side, you would just give me advice in those things, even the legal things that are really not your job to do, but you were just using your experience in the space to guide me, even your personal experience. And so my experience was really good. At the end, we got the house. It was the first one that we put an offer for, the first one in this round that we put an offer for. And
it was moving really fast. I remember that, Dario, because we met. At that point, we were just talking about pre-approval, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have a particular house in mind, I think. And I think a week later, you came back to me and you said, I found the house.
Well, we actually had options. We were thinking, maybe we'll buy something of this way, of this shape, maybe something of this shape, something small for these purposes. So I just wanted to invest, because I was seeing the prices of houses after they went down. I was seeing the prices going up again, and I was seeing the dream getting farther and farther every day.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really need to do this now.
Yeah, because if you don't...
and then later on I won't be able to get in again. So it's funny because I had that situation going on, and then I have friends around me that kind of had the same feeling, and I ended up convincing them all to go to Zebunisso. So they all came to you, and they all 100% of them have their houses now.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's 100% success.
But that's a huge risk for you, Dario. You're recommending someone to your friends.
Well, my experience was good, and that's what you do when you recommend. You recommend from your own experience. I don't know how you are with all your cases, but I know how you were with me, and you were awesome. And
it's a huge pressure for me, when people call me and they go, "Oh, you just helped my friend. You got him into a house, and I know it was really difficult. Can you help us?" And I feel instant double pressure to do well.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail myself. I don't want to fail you.
They became a group. they became a group. Like your reputation is not about that single experience with that person. It's about the experience with all the members of the group. Yeah, and they all came and they all had different experiences, but they were all first home buyers. All of them. We had the couple of internationals like me, and then the New Zealand born young lady wanted to buy the house for herself, and she was in the lower end with the lower percentage. She actually went. This friend went. I cannot really buy a house, and I was like, "You can. Don't think you can. Just go and talk to Zebunisso and see if she finds a way for you." And she was very skeptical at the beginning, but went talk to you, and came back something like, I actually think I can do this. And we're like, yeah, go for it. And she's so happy now with the house.
Oh, that's so good to hear, because I remember talking to her, and, her experience actually would be really cool to get her in here. She lost a bit on one property, then she missed out on the other one, and the other one fell through because of certain reports that weren't good. And I remember you were moving into your home, and I remember talking to her, and she's like, how come Dario got, the first house straight away? It was so fast and easy, and here we are, 3 offers down, and we're still trying. And I said to her, don't give up. Everyone's journey is different. And that's my message to the listeners, that don't compare yourself to others. Just know that it's possible, but don't compare your journey to someone else's journey.
Yeah. Of my group of friends, I would say mine had nothing to do with them. Just to give you a parameter, the house that I ended up buying is it's a monolithic cladding house.
Yeah, and you've heard a lot from me about that house.
Zebunisso told me, she gave me the general knowledge about monolithic cladding houses, which yet again is not the job of a mortgage broker to give you technical details of how houses are built. But she does everything she can to help you. Well, you're still here. Sorry, you would do everything.
I was like, why do you always talk of Zebunisso?
I'm talking to them. So Zebunisso did all she could to give me a hand on understanding, because everything was new. I would like to think that if I buy another house, I will not have the feeling of newness, but every experience is so different that if I go again, I would think that it wouldn't repeat. Most of the things would not repeat. I was really afraid about that. And Zebunisso said, well, maybe you need somebody that actually knows about this. So I ended up getting these monolithic line specialists, and they came and did an inspection, and that ended up into me, instead of discarding the house, going, well, I really love this house, but it has these issues. So if I tackle these issues, then I can have what I want. And decided to, take on the risks of having a house that is monolithic cladding. So that was basically my journey.
It was really cool, because I remember talking to you about it, going, Dario, monolithic houses in New Zealand, they've got a reputation for it. You got to watch out. Please get professional reports done. Make educational decision.
Yeah.
Don't just go yes or no, but make a educational, educated.
Yeah. Educated. Well, I got a massive 100 pages report for the house, and it did found some areas of risk, and then I understood why is that the house didn't sell quickly, even though it was looking so amazing, because people is afraid of this. But then when you learn the details and you start seeing, okay, yes, even though this is complex, I see the path to solve those issues.
Yeah, and then you made a plan. I remember you made a plan.
And then I made an offer that it was in consideration of those challenges. And clearly the sellers saw the challenges as well, because they decided to accept.
Yeah. No, it was a really cool journey, I think. You also did something else with your offer. I think you wrote a letter.
Yeah. I wrote a letter because the house has a crazy garden. The house with different spaces, and it has chickens and other things going on there. So I imagine that when you see the house, you see how much love went into that house. So I wrote a letter for the owners of the house for them to see how the house was going to be the house and the garden was going to be taken care of. And I imagine myself, since I moved in a year or so ago, I put already so much time, effort, and love into the property. So think of it, after years of accumulated love for the house, for a few dollars more or less, you may choose the one that the buyer that is gonna love the house. So I basically explain how would I feel and use the house and how would I nurture it.
Because I remember reading that letter. I remember you sent it to me to check if that was okay. And again, to me, that makes me feel part of your journey, because for me, it's not just a matter of, here, Dario, do the paperwork, here's your approval, see you later. It's part of the journey. And now, look, we are now friends and, we catch up regularly. We now dance together sometimes.
Yes, when you go to the dance parties.
Yeah.
You were involved pretty much every day through the process, except for the days where nothing was going on and we were just waiting. Even in those days, if I have doubts, I would just text Zebunisso, tick, 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 and she will instantly answer back with information. And I would say that it was a very, very, very stressful process where you don't know much about what you're doing, and the thing that you're doing is extremely important and affects effort and like your savings that are the accumulated efforts of so much time. And you're just picking on stress, just biting your nails to the bone, and to have somebody that you can tell that has experience, has gone through this dance a million times. It really helps. Sometimes with a single comment, and Zebunisso would just say like, "Calm down, it's all good. We just have to wait." And we're like,
okay. I'll give you an analogy here, Dario, because I remember when I first came to dance, and you were there, and you took me for this dance, and I was all like anxious, and you're like, "Just trust me, just breathe and trust me." And then you took me, and then you just led. I have no idea how to dance, but you made me look good to people that were watching us. They said to me afterwards, "You know how to dance?" I'm like, "No, it was all Dario." Because you knew how to dance, I could just fully let go, and you were just throwing me around, and I just had to, do a step. Yeah,
it is pretty much the same.
And it's exactly the same, in this journey where I lead. Just trust me. I'll take your hand, and we'll just go.
Yeah, I remember going like, "Zebunisso, I didn't get anything from the interest rate." And like, don't even think about that. She said, "Don't even think about that now. Just make sure the house is good and that the paperwork is done. We're going to talk about interest later on. Just chill out about it. I'm going to get you the best interest that I possibly to get." And we're like, all right, something out of my mind that I don't have to.
Yeah, it's a step by step, right? It's a step by step journey. You can't go into the whole spin if you didn't lead to that spin yet.
Yeah. So if I would give a message to the people that doesn't have a straightforward situation, every operation is different. If you don't have the 20% two stable incomes, let's say scheme picture that is like the ideal normal picture for the bank, if you don't despair. There's so many ways to make it happen. Just bring it up to Zebunisso and talk it through, and there will be something for you. It is. Do you have the 10%? Do you have the 12? Do you have the 7? Do you have one income? Do you have two incomes? There's so many variables. You want to buy in this area. You want to buy. Is your first house? Your second house? Do you have other properties? Do you have other money coming from a, let's say, from an inheritance? Have money coming from profit from some company? Do you have like this? So many variables, and it could be overwhelming. So just come to Zebunisso. She does over and over these things, one after the other. She has the experience, and she's the experienced dancer that will be able to lead you, so you know to step over your own feet.
Actually, yeah, that's a good analogy. Absolutely good analogy, Dario. Thank you so much. I've just got some fun questions to ask you before we wrap it up, if you like.
Yep.
I've been asking everyone this. What gets you out of bed?
Well, normally is my children.
I knew that was coming.
But to think about normally the things that I like and enjoy of life, and I get that's for everybody. I think, today is sunny. Let's water the plants before it gets hot, and that gets me emotional. Or today I get to go and dance in this place, or to do this other cool thing, or there's always something nice to be had in the day, and I really enjoy the time with the children. This new house that we bought has a massive backyard that I've been super nurturing, and I really look forward having activities in the backyard. I go back home and I'm thinking of just getting into a swing with the children, just doing a bubble party in the backyard, that kind of thing. All things that I managed to build because I have a house that is mine rather than something I'm renting.
Because can I share my little memory about you when we first were getting to know each other? One time I came to your house for coffee to talk about, the process. And then you took me around your backyard. You were in your rental and I was blown away how much you were growing, living in that rental. And I think you were there less than a year as well at that point. And you were like, would you like some cucumber? And it was like this whole array of cucumbers coming out. There was tomatoes, there was strawberries, there was just so much that you were growing yourself. You had a whole greenhouse going on. It just blew me away.
Yeah, that was a rental. Yes.
Yeah, and that was a rental. And I was like, imagine what you can achieve in your own home.
Yeah. Now I have in the house now I have chickens, I'm growing mushrooms, I have worm farms. I have
legal mushrooms?
Yes, legal mushrooms. Okay, or oyster mushrooms and others that I'm trying to grow. All edibles. And legal edibles. And then I have vegetables, fruit, trees. I build structures with bamboo. I even have a barbecue area. Like I'm constantly building things. I'm trying to give an artistic twist to everything. And now I can invest instead of buying the bad, poor, cheap material because I'm gonna just use it for a year. I can buy the good materials and make things that are gonna last. And I guess that's what is buying a house rather than renting. It's something that's going to last.
Exactly. One final question for you, Dario. Can I hire you to come and do all of my gardening?
I don't have time. My garden is too big.
I promise you good interest rates.
Good interest.
For life.
Yeah, there's a price for everything.
Okay, sounds good. Dario, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure to have you and absolutely honored to be your friend as well.
Thank you, Zebunisso, for helping me to make the dream come true.
Thank you for tuning into the Home Loan Hub. I hope you found today's episode insightful and full of valuable tips to help you on the property journey. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all things real estate and the property ladder. If you enjoyed the show, leave a review and share it with others who might benefit as well. Keep an eye out for the next episode where we'll continue to reveal strategies for property success. Until then, keep making savvy decisions and unlocking your property potential.